Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Doing, you're welcome to the Ladies Talk Show, where we talk about any and every single thing that has to do with ladies as a gender, as a whole. My name is Chikasi Omo, your host for today, and of course I never get to do this show alone. I always deal with my beautiful ladies, and they're looking very beautiful and official today, if I do say so myself. Ladies, how are you doing? You know, I don't think I got the memo. I think there was like, you know, some secret memo. You have to come official, you know, dressed as a banker or a corporate person, and then just me dressed like, I don't know, some unofficial babe.
No, it's a Friday.
It's a Friday actually.
So you guys are the ones that are doing the wrong thing, or the rebels.
We're the rebels. It's the Friday vibe, and you came Friday-ish. Is it that you wear? I think they made the culture that is that you wear Ankara, native
or you dress very casual.
But today, I say all of us we dey go somewhere go collect money. Now you know you are going for flexing. We are going to collect money today.
How you doing? First of all, Judith, how you doing? You're looking good, of course. You know, you've been looking better these days. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, marriage is good.
We can all see it. We can all see it.
I'm doing great. It's been an amazing week. It's been an amazing couple of months. No, you know, by Sunday I will be 1 month in.
Oh,
it's great. See, this marriage is sweet. So got to go.
I know, right? I know.
So
we've been seeing the whole advantages.
I don't know what you guys haven't seen.
She doesn't see it, that's the thing, but we definitely do see it.
I don't know what you guys haven't seen. You guys have been giving me back to back here, and but I don't know, but it's man, see the name very fine.
Right.
So yeah, it's been an amazing week. Though the situation of things in the country can be very, but aside from that, it's been an amazing week, and it's so good to be with beautiful. I see my Nengina looking so
right. Like I'm still coming to her today.
Kill us, hey, yeah, you're
cameraman zoom me.
The one thing I like about Nengi today, she didn't just dress it. She worked it. I mean,
she worked it.
Right.
I noticed.
You know, she's always this tomboy kind, but she like dressed it. And then she worked it. I'm like,
and she owned it.
Yeah,
but Barbie always, you know, my Barbie.
African Barbie.
You know you're my Barbie.
I like the hair. I like the hair, the natural vibe.
See, I'm jealous of these people who have long hair.
To be honest with you,
it's not easy, you know, like to stay African.
Right.
And you are African.
it's nice.
Of course.
How has your week been, Barbie?
Hey.
I like that feeling, right?
After the whole
Of course, there's always, you know, being proud of where you're from, but you know, say what kind.
Yeah.
So it's, I feel like I was telling someone today, it seems in other places they are not feeling this economic buzz. And then he said, your voice is sounding. I said, my voice is sounding exactly how the economy is. My voice is, but honestly, it has been great. At least it's more than great. It's more than great. A lot happened to me today. I mean, the whole week has been amazing. But today was great. It was great.
Tell us about the greatness of the day.
Do you can share the details?
No.
Or behind the camera?
No. Maybe you God want to use all of you now. You not hear it. You not do what God has said you in my life.
Well, I saw your status now. You went out now.
Oh yeah, we all saw that.
Now.
Yeah, she went flexing.
now let me not get the memo. I did not see it.
You keep quiet. And you not yours.
Nice to have you on the show, Barbie. Now to the Amazon
Ourselves
of the show, from the hair. When you put on your wig today, I was like, who is this fine babe? I had to look, so I was like, what's happening here? For real, to the gown, to the one you got, the bling, everything. You are just glowing today. How you doing, Nengi?
I'm fine. I am fine. And you know what I see? In fact, every week for me is always amazing. It doesn't matter. And you know, I usually think that I'm probably gifted. You know, God loves me so much that I'm always happy. I don't know. I think I'm always vibing.
Right.
I don't know.
The life of the party.
Yeah, we're chatting.
Seriously, we always know it's Nengi.
Was I that's what we know,
yeah.
But I actually think it's not just, you know, there are people that, oh my goodness, when you see them, you would really know that all things are not smooth, all things are not bright and too beautiful. But then again, I think it's something that we should actually be thanking God for, the fact that we can be able to
still be happy,
exactly,
even
to still be happy. We're
amidst
not
everything we're
depressed.
going through.
Exactly.
For real.
So I'm always happy, excited.
That is
to be among the
definitely a
ladies.
blessing.
Exactly,
Because it takes
it's a blessing.
strength to choose to be happy, even when you're going through things.
That's true.
That's true.
Absolutely. And of course, we're all blessed. We ladies, we're all blessed with that. And I'm very appreciative to God for that. And on behalf of the ladies, absolutely, I'm excited to be here again.
Okay, all right. We're going on a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be discussing the topic of today. So don't go nowhere. Ladies Talk Show. Now, you know, one thing about this show is that whenever we discuss topics or, you know, situations that people are passing through, sometimes it seems so weird, so bizarre, so unrealistic. Sounds like something that somebody just went to go and write about, like a story.
Yeah.
But every single one of these stories, I tell you guys, they are always true. And this one, when you hear of it, you'll be like, this can't be real. But unfortunately, it is real life. People are experiencing this, and somebody is currently experiencing it, and she wants us to tell her what she can do. Of course, you guys too will drop your comments, let us know what this babe can actually do. Now, she's been married to a husband, a wonderful husband, and for the past 6 years, her husband has been jobless.
Very
Do you know
wonderful.
what it means? Not 6 months. 6 years.
whole
Year
year.
1, year 2, year 3. Even if it's your village people that are doing it. 6 years he's been jobless. He'll be staying in the house. He's been basically useless in the house. You know, just waiting to be catered for and everything. And this woman, you know, being the industrious woman that she is, being the helpmate, you know, the Proverbs 31 woman, she's going out there, she's trying to hustle to make the family still, you know, stand strong and still look good and still eat and still have a roof over their shirt, over their head and everything. Now, because of her work schedule, she was not able to, on this particular day, make the food that her husband was craving. He wanted to eat Egusi soup, but then she had such a stressful day, and all she could make at the end of the day was rice, jollof rice, delicious Nigerian jollof rice. And he said, no, what I wanted was Egusi soup. So because you were not able to give me the Egusi soup that I wanted, you're going to have to resign from your workplace. So you will now be jobless like me, so that we can now be able to eat every single thing that I crave at any point
which
in
money?
time. That's the question now, with which money. But now, the thing is, I just want to know, where do we draw a line to submissiveness? Because a lot of women face this. When you're a career woman, in fact, whether your husband is working or is not working, the fact that he has the right to tell you at any point in time to stop working, and you're supposed to, you know, act on it. If this happens to you, before we even delve into the story, I just want to put ourselves in her shoes. You're working already. You're married.
Yeah.
If tomorrow your husband wakes up and tells you, Judith, don't go to work again, how would you react?
See,
The soundtrack again.
that's what they said. For ladies, if you want to submit to a good head and not a bad head, it's
That's
very
the point.
important. Submit to a good head. And that's why they say 2 good heads are better than 1. Submit to a good head. Because, for instance, okay, the question, going to the question, my husband cannot do it, but let me just put myself there. And he says, you know, ladies, I will take excuse that one day. Do you understand? At work, I will not design. No. God will not allow me to design. I will take excuse. The only time I can resign if I know that this man is loaded. You have money to take care of everybody, but you don't have money. You are jobless like this man for 6 years. I will just take excuse from work and just say, maybe tell them I need few days. You understand? So as we can sit down and because you don't know, the devil can be giving him depression, and it's you that is putting his depression on. Give him that time for those few days. Then if it doesn't work well, then we can seek to talk to someone. See, please, ladies, always marry a man who is under authority. Very important. Who is under. Because aside from the fact that he's your wife, he has someone that he listens to. Aside from God, a man that he listens, that he respects.
That you can take some of your issues to.
Yes, it's not good to share, but there's someone that your husband fears and listens to. If your husband does not fear anybody, then there's a problem. Doesn't listen to anybody, whether his father, his pastor, his anybody, even if some people, even their boss that they are very close to. A man that has someone he's under, very important. A headless man is a case. A headless man is a case.
Okay.
So I would take her that time. I would not resign. No. Especially if the man is as jobless as this man for 6 years. I would not.
But if you were
resign.
to be wealthy, though, it's something you'd consider.
What am I even working for if it's wedding? And what am I going to stop? What am I? Except me, I just want to work because I don't want to stay at home. But if it's wedding and it's I should resign, what is there? I will resign, no.
Okay, all right. Now, before we come to the topic, let me now move over to Barbara. Like, if you were to be married, or maybe you're just dating safe, and your boyfriend or your husband tells you, you know what, you're not giving me enough time, you're not doing the kind of things that I want you to do, you're too busy, the job is taking away your attention from me, they're not the one that paid your bride price, I paid your bride price, so I want you to quit. Would you, yes or no, saying that you should be submissive to your husband, who is your head?
It's a yes or no question. No,
You won't.
I won't resign.
Okay.
I'll probably do what she did. Take a week. Probably. Because I first breathe. Even to think of taking a week, I have to breathe. I mean, like he's
Because you want to
jobless.
save
Because
the home.
yes, because he's jobless. I'm like, dude, you are jobless.
So what if he has a work that he's doing? If he's
If
work to
he
do?
has a job, I know my kind of person is not someone who would want to sit at home. I'll find a way. We'll still talk. Okay, babe, I understand you. Understand where you're coming from. I'll talk to them to see if they can reduce the working hours for me.
Okay.
But I can't stay home. You know the kind of wife you married. She's not the kind that sits at home. We'll talk it over.
Okay.
That is very something logical to do. But you want me to quit my
Yeah,
job?
jobless.
I know I cannot.
Okay.
I
Now let me move
cannot.
on to Nengi. Nengi, what would you do?
It's war. War from the moment you open your mouth.
Exactly. That's
From
why
the
I said
moment
I
you
have to
open
calm
your
down.
mouth to vomit that kind of thing. Because I'll be feeling like you the reason at all. The reason.
Seriously.
Right.
Why you go even open mouth tell me that kind in the first place? Now we're not talking about now we're not even talking about maybe if the man is well doing. Now we're talking about a jobless man. Completely jobless man. And I should now leave because I'm now it's more like I'm now playing the head.
Yeah.
You understand? Every of the
Needs.
we don't even know if there are kids in this case. So what if there are kids? For me to be honest with you, it is war from that point you open your mouth to say it. But then I think that would be my very first reaction. It is going to be war. I would be very angry. I will be annoyed. In fact, it will just take somebody to hold me. So
That's
don't
why I
talk
said
back.
I have to
You
breathe.
understand? I don't
Not
want to
easy.
breathe. I don't go breathe. I will not breathe. I will give it back to you because for what? Because do you understand? I'm going through stress, so I'm not just.
I mean, you're
taking
jobless.
the load
because
You're jobless. You should find a way to help me out.
me.
She's
You
not
understand?
supposed
So
to
to be
cook
honest
now.
with you, my first reaction, I'll be blast. To be honest with you, I will just explode and say some kind of things that will get everybody annoyed at the end of the day. But probably later, I will come around and try to talk about it and say, but wait, though, say these are the situation on ground. I can't do
You
this.
broke your client.
I
You
can't,
broke.
me, I no go do am. I will tell him I can't do this. Even if I'm trying to, protect,
Yeah.
we have to be reasonable. We have to be logical. In fact, in this particular situation, because normally they will say women bring their emotion, guys bring
This one no
the
be
logic
love,
and
no
all of that.
emotion,
You
na
understand?
brain.
We have to be very, very logical. So that was my first reaction, but probably later I'll come around.
Okay.
But it's never a bit.
All right, let's now come to the topic at hand of this woman who is experiencing this. Going the biblical way, we are asked to be submissive
yeah.
and all of that. And even though you said you should pray to be submissive to a good head, unfortunately she has found herself under
And
a
a bad
bad
head.
head. Now, what would you say she should do in this case? Because this is her husband, number one. First and foremost, is her husband, and her husband is supposed to come before her place of work, right?
Yeah.
So what is she supposed to do here? Because he's saying, I'm your head, I'm your husband, I literally own you, and I want you to resign so you can give me all the full time and attention that you have.
At the first stage, you would not, even as a Christian lady, the first thing you do is not even to resign.
Isn't that disobedience?
No, you're not disobeying him at first.
But he has given an
he has
order as your
you
head.
you give, before you resign, you give 1 month notice. At
But
the
it's
place of
possible
work-
for you to say actually resign immediately and
Immediately.
forfeit your
No, in some place
past
of work, they
salary.
will not want to, you cannot just pick
No,
up and leave.
yeah.
So I feel in that, because it's your head and definitely you have to agree. But in that space of 1 month, there's nothing, they say waiting God no fit do that nice. In that space of 1 month, you have to find out what is making this man. It can be depression, it can be egocentric attitude, it can be pride. Because I don't think a reasonable man or a man who loves his family, who knows he's jobless, and who knows that they only have one source of income, which is coming from the woman, would tell the wife to resign. So, and again, it can be spiritual. Yes. Because it's your family people that is pursuing the man.
Because for 6 years.
For 6 years.
That's not normal.
Your sisters, you are jobless, and you still have one source of income. And this lady is not going out to shout that my husband is jobless. This lady is not going out to shout. Because I'm coming from a spiritual background, because that's why you asked me. So it is spiritual for a man to wake up one morning and say it's a Egusi soup that will make his wife
resign.
That means they are pursuing that family from both father and mother side, from both wife and husband side. So that 1 month, I tell you, if you're prayerful, you seek the face of God for that man. There's something the Bible says, there is this covering cast, this veil that is over his eyes. So I'm coming from spiritual background. I know if I go I go use, I know I use Bible. You pray over it, like because there is something a man cannot just wake up. A man that is jobless for 6 years, like I'm still trying to wrap my head around, will now wake up one morning and say it's a Egusi soup that will make you tell your wife for one. So you will know that it's not normal. It's not normal. Because he knows that this man will be putting more work to make sure the family stands, and she's not complaining
at all.
It's not normal that you now say it's a good system that will make somebody resign, and maybe the woman's job is not even that, it's not bringing so much money, but it's sustaining the home for 6 whole years. You know what it means?
But then, as the wife, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to cater for your husband,
yes,
right?
Now, you cater
so
for
is it really a bad thing if he's craving Egusi soup and you're not giving him Egusi soup?
You will give him. You tell him, baby, I'm sorry.
My brother just looked at me weird. But then you're the wife.
Him, Daddy, I'm sorry
and you're supposed to cater for your husband.
I'm sorry I could not make this Egusi soup today. I will make it tomorrow. There's a place for reasoning. Because you know my devil now.
Can we look at the angle of maybe this has been happening once or twice? It's just possible that he has not been getting exactly what he wants to eat, and he just felt, you know what, this is too much. I really wanted Egusi soup today, and you didn't give it to me. So
on this show, we've always talked about communication among couples. We always emphasize on the fact that couples should learn to communicate. And now she has seen that for someone like me, I've seen that is an issue, and that's why he has busted and I said, in fact, resign. As a woman, we know how to, you know the man you married, you know where you go touch him. You get him mumu button. You're not going to say you don't get him for the whole 6 years where you feed him. You get him mumu button. So you amend that in that has made him say such a thing, because you cannot quit the job. If there are kids there, that family would suffer.
Okay, let me move over to Barbara. Now, Barbie, do you think this is grounds for divorce? Because it's a case of, is it that you divorce or this marriage is over?
Or you suffer.
Is that simple? Or you go inside the marriage and suffer with him, or the marriage is over? Because if you say no, then you've destroyed your marriage. Because it's giving you an order as your husband. So do you resign, or do you tell the woman to just say bye-bye to the marriage?
Okay.
She has 2 options here now.
You can't say bye-bye to the marriage. You can't say bye-bye. You can't just leave like that. You can't resign. It has to be
you're on the fence here. Now, she has no choice but to choose one.
How?
Is that she's resigning or she's leaving that marriage? Because you cannot say you still be going to work and coming back to your husband's house.
If I'm myself in that shoe, I will leave the marriage. Because I don't know what else you ask me to do. Maybe
so
abandon my family,
leave your husband because he asked you to resign because you were not able to cook Egusi soup for him.
Egusi soup. You know how much stress. It's not about the soup. I don't think the whole thing is that the whole issue is about the soup. The whole issue is maybe you don't like the fact that I'm working and you're not. If you're too tired, if it's disturbing you, go out there and look for a job. Try, do something. The people don't even go out. If you can't get a job outside, start something. You had 6 years. You had 6 years to learn crypto. You had 6 years to learn coding and stuff. Then it takes like 3 years before you get clients and all that. It's never easy, but you had that long amount of time to do something with your life, but you chose not to. And then you come one morning. I'm sure I tried, because you can say Egusi. I got to the kitchen. I was like, I'm tired though, I cannot do egusi. Let me just make rice. I will beg him. Only for me to take rice and he says, leave your work.
So so basically you would just leave the marriage.
I will leave you.
You would leave the marriage
leave.
over the fact that you were not able to make egusi soup for your husband, which is your wifely duty.
No. okay. Cassie, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Because it's your duty as a wife too to take care of your husband. And you know he can misinterpret it in a way that you are being proud.
No.
Because why is it that he's asking for egusi and you're giving him rice? How is it the same thing?
That's why
and he's a man, and men sometimes their appetites can be very high. So rice might not be enough to actually hold it. He probably wants egusi with pounded yam, egusi with semo, and that's what he wanted.
Why we not
Some men like their women's cooking.
That's not even the problem. You know how busy I am. You should try to understand that. Fine, if you demand for this during the weekend, I would give it to you. I would try and cook and give it to you. But this is a weekday. I cannot go to the kitchen after coming up. I'm sure it was pretty late. After coming home that late, and they're stressing, rice is just put on the fire now, bend. When you stretch your back, parboil them, remove them. But I'm sure
fried the stew.
Yes, fried the stew, and then but you have to cook egusi, pound or do semo or pound yam. So it's not really easy. You should understand. And if you want to, you had. My problem is he had 6 years to learn how to cook.
Since he has been staying at home.
Oh my God.
You could just learn this thing. I'm like, even they tried. You suppose they try. Say, my baby has gone to work since morning. Let me surprise her with dinner. That's something other men would do. Like, and even the woman will be feeling like she's not trying enough. You know, when your husband is jobless and he's doing some things, and you be like, you start feeling guilty on his behalf. So there are men that do that, and then you come. You don't do anything.
And you're asking for.
My God work.
So Barbie has given her take. Now let's move on to Amazon Nenge. What's your take on this whole situation, the whole scenario?
These heads that we're talking about is not hedging at all. No. It's not hedging at all, because I'm trying to look at it. That even it's not easy, to be honest with you. And
but
so
then do you know that sometimes as career women we tend to neglect our homely duties? You know that happens, right?
It happens.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Exactly. It happens. It happens in homes.
So before we completely blame the man, can we look at it from the angle of maybe she's been neglecting? Yes, we know he's homeless. I'm sorry, jobless.
Because you know it's not being
what to his problem?
Maybe he's jobless, but at the same time, she is supposed to still be doing all these things because she's supposed to be his helpmate. Yes, he's down financially for the past 6 years. It might be maybe he's been trying to get a job and it's just not been clicking, and he has not found something that would be worthwhile for him.
Site where they carry block.
He's not strong. You have to look at his strength. Maybe he's not strong enough. Maybe
he's not strong enough.
Is it anybody that can go and start carrying brick? Not everybody can be a bricklayer.
And if you don't have corporate job, for the 6 years, you cannot be carrying brick. You start from somewhere.
You start
from somewhere. When you start
the job, you are not strong enough for a job. But once you continue,
you have the capacity.
Or how would you even feel if your husband is jobless and then he starts doing security work?
Men carry suit.
Will you be?
Men guys should go to Ogwajawo. Where you feel you wear to come back.
Exactly.
Now two of us say
now what do they do?
Women want to see that effort you put. We want to see, even if you'll be happy that he's doing the job and still looking for other job, but he's bringing something to the table.
Okay. All right. So then you were saying something.
Like I was trying to say, it's not really easy for two people to be in a house. One person has been chesting the whole burden. And trust me, if it is a woman that's been chesting that burden, trust me, one day she will explode. To be honest with you, because
it's not easy.
It's not easy. That's why some people in marriage, they do 50-50. Some people, they do 70-30. Some people, they just have a way in which they know that they are balanced. So whereby, in a case whereby it is just one person, to be honest with you, Cassie, to be honest with you ladies, it can be very tiring. Do you see that cook safe? I feel just look and say, I bet waiting reach, so I know they cook. You understand? But I think I want to give this lady kudos because at least even if she wasn't able to make the egusi soup,
She made right.
she still entered kitchen.
To do something.
She did something. At least that should count for at least
Something.
the bigger part of it.
Yeah.
At least. And now we don't know the situation of this marriage. We don't know how they've been communicating. We don't know what has been really, you know, going on 1 or 2 times, just like Cassie was trying to mention. We don't know what has been going on. But at this point, it doesn't even matter the angle you want to even take it from. The both of them should be calm, please, because I'm not sure that man just made an irrational decision. Like it was out of anger. It was out of the fact that I want chop Egusi.
Let's assume that he did mean what he said by asking her to resign. Now I want you to advise her. What should she do? Because it's really 2 options, like I said to Pabrella. Is either she resigns or that marriage is gone.
Yeah.
Now what do you think she should do?
It's not an easy decision to make
At all.
to be honest with you,
At
because
all.
I'm trying to put myself in that shoe, and I'm thinking I will lie, resign. Now Baby said something. She talked about efforts. I mean, if you're a man, you're trying to put in effort. I would look at the kind of effort you're putting. I would look at, okay, what if this man was actually not jobless before he got married, and probably when they got married he lost the job. You understand? And we've had people like that, and they still got the job again after some of them after 10 years.
Job,
You understand? So I feel at this point she knows the kind of man she is with. Is he the kind of man that is trying to make sure that at least one or the other, he's trying to make efforts to make sure that, okay, even if I'm not bringing a bunch of it, or I have 2 cents and I'm trying to put it small. Now you now look at the good old days. When you were dating this man, when this man had a job before you got married and he lost it, that is, if that's the case, and he lost it, why not try to make sure that you keep up? It's not easy. I tell you, it is not, because even individually you're alone, and you don't have a job. As in you sit down and you'll be frustrated, you understand? So it's not easy. So I feel like that thing came out of anger.
And it can be worked on.
And it can be worked on, exactly. We've always talked about communication. Now, in a situation whereby this man is being serious about this whole issue, and you've tried to talk and apologize, because this kind of matter, you don't need to be so hot. I know, I understand that maybe your first reaction might be hot, but you definitely need to go around him. You don't need to be so hot. You need to tell him this is the situation of things. Because to be honest with you, this man might be depressed. 6 years, but man never gets job.
He's feeling less of himself.
I think
the problem was because maybe, you know, he's jobless, and he just felt, I just feel that man felt, because I'm jobless, you know what?
Maybe,
so that's why he
things
just
that were not really there.
And it happens.
It happens. So I feel they can just come together in terms, talk about it. If it keeps dragging, then
What would you do?
It's not going to
Maybe
be
not
easy.
divorce.
To be honest with you, I would choose myself.
If there are kids in that house.
If there are kids in the house, it will even make it harder. But I want to choose myself. Everybody's selfish there. So
All right, okay, so what I'm going to say about the whole situation is, as a woman, yes, I know we are meant to be submissive, but at the same time, it's not even so easy to say, find somebody that is kind and the rest, because she made this person inside church. They are church goers. Sometimes it would look as if this is the right person.
Into your own.
It might look as this is the right person and all, and then halfway through the marriage he changes, he becomes this person
People
who is
change,
you know. So it's a really tough decision to
Very
make.
tough.
But at the same time, when you know you're a career person and your husband or your partner is not doing so well for himself, try as much as possible, because I don't know what's happened behind the scenes with her, but try as much as possible to not rub it on his face. Even when you've been stressed throughout the day, you've come back, try to not raise your tone. Try to not be like, I've been working since morning, I'm the one bringing all the money in the house, and you're asking him to go get Egusi for you. Just try to find the tone, try to find the right to go. At the end of the day, you are still supposed to be submissive to your husband. Then for the husbands, please try to be kind to your wives.
There's nothing like marrying a kind partner,
You are going
Seriously.
through. She's also a human being with feelings. The fact that she's still even with your jobless behind, it means she loves you. So try to still be kind. It's the hardest truth.
Wait, it's okay.
It's the truth. Just try to still be kind and understanding and loving, of course. So that's why we're going to wrap it on the topic for today.
Very important. It might be that the mountain is getting dry. Very important. Take leave. than climbing mountain.
we will be shocked that there've not been any form of lovemaking in that home.
It is possible. But
It's
by the time you
possible.
hustle from morning till night, you are stressed. Because it's possible he doesn't even do cleaning in the house. You still be the one to come and clean the
You
house
understand?
and cook. So where is the strength to even want to do any other premarital activities?
Yes.
Or
And that
marital?
also keeps partners, I think, apart if there is no form of union.
Very important, climbing the mountain for bonding. Very important.
All right, we're going to a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll discuss what's been trending on the internet. So don't go nowhere. Yeah, welcome back to the Ladies Talk Show. Now, we are going to be discussing what's been trending. Of course, that has to do with the AMVCA that just got concluded. Because, you know, we saw different outfits. They all looked good. They were, the glitz, the glamour. Everything was just so good about many of these outfits. But then there was a particular one that caused controversy, which has been trending, which is just mind-boggling. Because I didn't expect something like this to blow up to this extent. For real. Now, it's about this babe from Ghana, Nana, who is always invited to the MVCA in Nigeria. Now, the whole situation has to do with the person who styled her, who was saying, okay, you know what, I want you to pay me without tagging me. And after she paid, it became an issue of why did you not tag me? Now, when I listened to the full details, the outfits, the beautiful outfit, which was one of like the top outfits of the MVCA, was styled in Ghana. By somebody else entirely. But then because of how delicate the outfit happened to be, they couldn't ship it completely like that, or making of it had already been done. It's just for somebody to now come like puzzle and piece it together and get. So now she now reached out to this stylist and said, they've already made my outfit for me in Ghana, but now I want you to help me put it together on my body in Lagos here, because they're going to be bringing it in separate pieces. Now, do you want me to pay you, or do you want to be tagged? Because of course, being tagged is going to boost your career a whole lot. So this is coming from somebody as, you know, prominent as Nana. Now, this babe said, no, I want you to pay me 400K to style you and help piece the thing back on your body. Now, after she had done that, she took videos of course of herself styling Nana on it, and after the whole thing ended, she claimed she was the one that made the outfits, and that why did Nana not tag her? But then there was already an agreement. I pay you 400K, you're not getting any single tagging from me, because you didn't even make the outfit to start with. He only helped me to style it at the end of the day. So there's no way I'm going to even tag you. Now she came and she was making live videos showing where she was styling Nana to, for it to look as if she's the one that made the outfits. And now everybody is saying, oh no, you should have not done, you should have not done that. It's all just crazy at this point. And I feel like when you're an entrepreneur, when you know there's something you're doing, whether you're an OAP, whether you are a baker, whether you are a fashion designer, sometimes collaboration could be good. But then sometimes when people come to you and say, just don't worry, I'll help you to blow, I'm not going to pay you. Sometimes too, it just might not be profitable, because if everybody's coming to me every time to come and say, be red carpet host and I'll tag you, but I will not pay you, how will I pay my bills? Right? If people are always saying that, but still, there's some people that will come to you and you'll be like, okay, this person, if he tags me, yes, I will get more clients. So we've been discussing this thing since yesterday, actually. Me, Nengi, Evelyn, it's something that's been, everybody has given their take. Toyin Lawani has given her take, Vicky James has given her take, Shoma has given her take. Everybody is giving their 2 cents on this. But then, ladies, what would you say should have been the right move by this particular babe, the Nigerian star? I think her name is Ezine. That's, you know, what should she have done?
She has trended though. I'm waiting on the talk.
Right?
Funny enough, she has trended.
But I think, see, business is business. Agreement is agreement. That's one way. Agreement is agreement. She came, Nana came, you came, said, should I pay or should I tag? You said, pay me the money. And that was the agreement. Even if it was not written, it was not stated. I think they approves of the transfer or everything. And what are you expecting in turn? You've done your part. You've taken your money. You've gone. I just think this lady knew, now babe, now hustling babe, she don't get the thing where she wants. She don't need tagging right now.
She had an ulterior motive, because for her to come and start dragging Nana, of course that was going to bring clout to her name.
So it's a pre-planned, premeditated act. It's not, but you know what goes around comes around. That's just it. If you pay people with evil, evil will definitely come for you. If not today, if not tomorrow, somewhere. Because that celebrity you just used to get this fame and this, she might have a link to so many other things, and
She blocks it
she
for
blocks
you.
it for you, especially in her own country.
But I'm thinking, is there a way? I mean, you don't spoil show for yourself now. Like if you actually had an agreement with someone and then you went out and dragged the person, do you think anybody would want to come to
That's
you?
another thing too. Because now I see her as being problematic, so I'm not
Problematic.
likely to want to patronize her.
That's why I said, now she has gotten the whole
Clouds, the
cloud,
fame.
but it was now in a bad light.
Exactly.
So because if you wanted, see Nana, I've watched them. I see her someone that she doesn't like trouble because I don't really hear too much scandals about her. If you can tell her, okay, ma, can you split the money?
Exactly. Same thing. Something I was thinking.
Let me take small and just tag me small. Now
Can you tag somebody small?
no, that's how you appeal.
Or she only tag you in her story, IG story. That's it.
You know,
24 hours.
there are people that there's a way you approach people that you know are higher than you, and you make them feel so important. And they'll say, okay, I like this girl. She's so humble. But just like I'll even pay you your money. She's a celebrity. There are some people that and. Just say, please, man, let me use as transport to go. There's a way this woman has money. Nobody says she don't get money.
True.
So it's now coming out to now come on
Videos
the
online,
internet,
as evidence,
You did
and
not
all
even
that.
the worst part that you did not even make that dress. You just put it together. Even the person that made the dress is not even shouting.
Maybe.
And you that just came to style, just to put it together, you're the one making. And now your name has been out there. Everybody now knows it's in there as what?
Yes.
The bad
Someone is
stylist.
problematic. Yeah.
The problematic stylist. The only people now that will go to meet her for this maybe are people that need cheap things.
True.
But the celebrities don't like anybody that will stain their names. Like it's a red
Flag for them. Can I move on to Barbara? Would you say it's really a big deal at the end of the day for Nana to have tagged Izine? Because we see situations where some of the celebrities, they buy Gucci, buy Fendi, Balenciaga with millions of naira, and they will see tag every single social media handle of these brands. So why is it that this person asked you for money? Okay, yes, we know there was an agreement, but then you paid her 400K and still could not find the kindness in your heart to tag her.
I mean, it's
but
not
if an unknown brand, an unknown high-profile brand, you buy from them without them even knowing you, you keep on tagging them.
Before you want to become an ambassador one day, now, leave her now. Leave her a brand now. Brand, isn't it now? Isn't it now?
See where they build now.
Seriously, it shouldn't have been a big deal. But we don't know what happened during the conversation of pay me, don't pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me, let me, don't collect money, I'll tag you. You don't know what happened. If she probably had said, sorry, I need that money, I wouldn't have taken it. I would have preferred your tag, but I need the money. So can you please pay me?
See,
and
business
tag me?
is business. Leave emotions aside. This please, can you tag me small? Please, I need that money.
But
Business
seriously-
is business.
But seriously, it's not a big deal for her to actually have tagged her.
Yeah.
But whatever
Transpired
that we don't know about was probably what made her say,
No need.
no need. She probably collected that 400K with force. She get, and then that's why she was like, there's no point even trying to be nice with you, because of course she will post the video. She'll be like, okay, she posted the video of the lady trying to attach it, and then she'll just say, oh babe, you did well, and tagged her. You get, it's not a big deal. But what the lady must have told her,
The
and this
attitude to
the
it.
attitude, and this babe, obviously for her coming to the public again, they say whether good or bad publicity is still publicity. This one not be bad publicity. It's not a good bad publicity. Some people will look at you, but there are still people that might actually patronize her. But still, I would not want to go, because I don't know. You might ask me for 1 million and I say, please take 400 or 600K, and then the next day I see my name out there.
You're crazy.
Trending. Stingy. I definitely can't be like Bobrisky and I'll follow you to drag.
Right.
I mean, but seriously, I don't think it's a big deal for her to have actually tagged her, even after paying her. I don't think it's a big deal. Whatever went on. I think she's an amazing person, so it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. But there is something definitely that happened that we don't know about.
that is not out there.
Yes, that is not out there. So of course, if we are going to look at it according to what happened after, I'd say the lady is probably a little bit problematic.
Okay, so Nengi, what's your take on the whole scenario?
Now, talking about this whole thing now, waiting happen, waiting wish. I don't know. See, everyone with his, individual preference. Now, let's talk about this. Is it Ezine now? Okay, I guess that's her name, Ezine. And let's take it from the angle that she's an upcoming, trying to
Enter
build
into the
a
industry.
brand, trying to make sure that she gets, she stands firmly in the market. We have designers, as in, these are celebrities, just like Baby was saying. They can see, there are designers that, in fact, they don't need to, how would I even put this now? They don't need to search for them. There are designers that have built their brand.
True.
The likes of Vicky James, she designed the likes of Asaz, Toke Makiwa. Do you understand? She started from somewhere. And I feel like you need to set your priorities and your values right, especially from your starting point. You have to do that, because if you cannot do that in business, to be honest with you, you will fall by the wayside, number one. You will be getting into unnecessary issues, unnecessary problems with your clients, which is one of this. What are your priorities? What are your values? If you're coming, if you have an agreement, integrity matters a lot, Sha.
A lot.
Integrity matters a lot.
A lot.
If somebody comes to you and say, okay, this is the agreement, pay me the 400K, don't tag me. Please take it like that. See, I don't know how to put this, but see, it is not really human beings that will just, come to uplift you or something.
It's God. It's God.
True.
God does that through
Humans.
humans. You understand? So first and foremost, I think you should even understand that, because there are people that they've gotten collaborations and where are they today? We can't. We don't even know their names. So I feel like set your priorities right, get your values right. If you want to do a collaboration, have integrity in it. If you say, I'm doing this thing for you, please tag me on all your social media platforms. Let it be it. Now, if this lady had said, okay, tag me, if they had said, okay, 50-50, like pay me this amount, then tag me, and one person refused to fulfill his or her own part,
then
you understand, then you can come in. There are some people that are not even problematic, so they wouldn't even want, they would just leave it. But then you will now have that right to say, okay, let me come out and blast this person. How will you agree this? So agreement is agreement, like Baby has sang already. So please get your values right, get your priorities right, be able to understand that you're starting a brand, you're building a brand. And tomorrow you become something very big that you don't need. You don't need people who just call
people
you.
will be the ones begging for you to come work for them.
That she doesn't know that. She maybe, as far as she just said, okay, pay me the money, and she left. Nana comes to Nigeria a lot.
A lot, true.
And Nana can be looking for a stylist here in Nigeria. And so, oh, that girl that styled me, that styled me. See,
She did well.
See, business, in business, if you have a good reputation, does not have, God is the author of everything, but your good character would
Also
drag
speaks,
men
yeah.
to you. Because now, Nana would never recommend anybody to that lady.
And a lot of the big girls in the entertainment industry are friends with Nana.
You can
Yes,
imagine.
now.
So they've seen this happening to Nana. So they are not likely to want
True.
to come to you,
Absolutely.
knowing fully
That's
well
just
that
the truth.
you are not somebody that can be worked well with.
And she might not tag you, but they'll say, hey, I know you made that your clothes in Ghana. Who started for you here in Nigeria?
Somehow,
yeah, like
Your
that.
name
It's
needs to
one
be-
year like
yes,
that.
your name
Do you
needs to
understand?
be
It's not-
mentioned.
She don't need to see the way God works is that they don't need to tag you to be able to, for your good character to speak for you. They say a good name is better than a bad name. They don't need to tag you for your good character to speak for you.
And please, let's understand when you have to sacrifice, Sha.
That's
now.
the one thing. Is
Let's understand when you have
knowing
to
when to say,
sacrifice.
okay, you know what?
Hey,
Yes,
business
I will connect that
is a big
collaboration.
show here in Nigeria, very big. It's just like the Met Gala. That's what it is here in Nigeria, very big. And there are so many celebrities there that even they don't want to pay big money to the big stylist. Leave it. Let's stay it like that. Almost all the celebrities are, you just now. Then the people that do their clothes is so not the big celebrities, but they are tagging them because they don't want to pay big money.
Because at the end of the day, this outfit is going to be one job.
For one
just
job.
once.
That's why when
then
he said he was making
it was
doing
jollof rice.
because it's just once you wait. So why not get that help you need at that point? Well, AMVC has been going on, isn't it? You've not starved anybody before.
And this is like your first.
For real.
This is your since AMVC have been on for years. You've not stand anybody, and they just called somebody called. Now the person that won't call you to even go and stand and now will be regretting.
True.
Seriously.
Because it was not you. You did not get that call directly. Someone who you've styled in the past
Probably must have linked her
recommended
up
you
or
to a
something.
celebrity, and you now saw the opportunity
And soiled it.
and saw it.
They say village
Really?
people.
My,
Really
I
bad.
told you that very
My mama go talk say you say that they follow you, you know run. They dey follow you, you waka, you know run.
Because that's the thing. Because now nobody want to look for it in there right now because they're like only the only people that want to look for Allah is bloggers.
No, it's probably going to die down later, and maybe.
See,
But
she
then
might
the
just get
internet
one
will
or
never
two.
forget.
Never forget.
Exactly.
Bloggers
Because
will look for you.
If you go to Google her name now on Google, all these videos she had made, all of these stories,
They'll
all the
pop out.
articles, they'll
It's
pop out
there.
No matter how you
immediately.
delete,
That's your
there are some
CV
people-
online right now.
There are some people that take time to help you, save your videos,
Bookmark
delete
it.
them, delete
Just to
them.
come up.
They will-
Just to come up. All I'd say is that because I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs watching us who are
Yeah.
ladies who have things that they are doing for themselves who probably need opportunities like this. But then I'll just say use your digression. Don't let them
Exactly.
use you. But at the same time, know when to
When
say
to-
yes, I need this collaboration. But don't overdo it to the extent that you're
You are
running at a loss. You are devaluing yourself. Just know when to say yes
Visibility.
and when to say no. Know when to make the right move. I think that's all it takes when it comes to the world of business. Know when to do the right thing at the right time. You might decide to collaborate and it does not favor you, and then you've lost. And then you might decide to, and it
But
takes
business is
you
a risk.
far. That's the thing. Business is a risk at the end of the day. So that's just all I'll say for the entrepreneur out there. Just know. Pray for Holy Spirit to give you the spirit of discernment, so you know
Of course,
you
of
know
course.
when to do the right and when not to do the right thing. Because everything you should do at the end of the day, it should be according to God's will. You should be following God's steps at the end of the day. Because if you're doing anything without God, then I don't know how.
This one, they're not
That
pray.
is
You know,
going to
pray
go.
for us. Before you waka. Because if you pray for us, you go not say that thing when they do. You go supposed to man, you know, pray. You just go. Because right now, her name is Stendo. Let's be frank about it. If you're a celebrity, you can.
I'll definitely not.
As a celebrity, like
As-
let me rephrase it.
Without
Sorry.
even being a
Let me- I want to
celebrity,
rephrase
without
it.
even being,
As a celebrity, like you are.
without
Now,
even
you can
being
call
one,
engineer to come and do your
without
work for
even
you.
being one, I'll be wary of her. I already know that okay, this is someone that I don't like stress. I don't
You
like
get-
drama, so I'm not even likely to look at
So
her
count
signs.
all the celebrities that have seen this post and have recorded her face.
Exactly.
And they're saying, this one I wear.
Exactly.
True.
I
My
know go
darling.
there. Oh. In case I don't get money, where I say I'm
My
owe
darling,
you.
this is
Because
bad
celebrities
press.
who
That's
owe.
the thing.
This is
Even
bad
for
press.
every AMVC, for every big
There's
event.
somebody owing money.
Exactly. Sometimes they pay up because some of these
Yeah.
outfits are very expensive.
Expensive.
The one that Uche Montana did, that Vicky James styled, I had the feathers, just the feathers alone, 1.2
And
million
that
naira.
of Toke Maki
Just
was,
the
is a
feathers.
painting.
Yes,
A
I did see
hand-painted,
that. So it's very
press.
expensive. It's not
Child.
easy. So if you're not blown yet and you want to cut your coat,
Tasha
Tasha
must find
said,
oh.
she said, how much is that cloth? I heard 142 million also.
Tacha is just a liar. and I'm just going to say it.
Seriously,
That's just a lie.
I had
That's just a lie.
There was a time I heard $40 million. Then somebody interviewed her. She said $100
She's just, see,
million.
this is what she did last year. She lied
Tasha-
like this last year.
Tasha
Said she
leaves.
called an outrageous amount of
leaves
money.
for the clouds.
Like
Leave
now,
it. Wow.
there's no way. Because first of all, how much do you even have to be able to afford a clothes that you'd wear once, 140 million naira?
And
How much do you have?
There was this other lady. There was this other lady where everybody was saying that certain that so the thing.
V.
What's her
Is it
name?
V? Yeah.
V.
See, V, I think V was cutting her code according to her choice. Because you're wearing this thing once.
Seriously.
Just
My
take your
darling, I love
pictures. She was
you.
not nominated.
Why
She's
is-
just going there to attend as a
Why is
guest.
someone talking about Tony Lawani's dress? Why?
Toyi is an icon.
Of course.
So we leave it at that.
No, you
She's
saw
an
that type of
icon.
guy that she wore.
She's an icon.
Of course.
So we leave it like that. We are going to have to call it a wrap
He said, well,
on the Ladies Talk Show for today. It's been amazing having you guys. Thank you so much, ladies. Judith, Babrella, Nengi, and I still remain your host, Chikasi Obo. And don't forget, you can actually watch past episodes of the Ladies Talk Show on our YouTube page at Western Spring Television. We see you next week. Bye.